Hey everyone, I'm Mike,
And of course, I'm Ray.
and this is the Know Nothings podcast, number 76.
Welcome in.
What are we going to talk about, Ray?
Man, I don't know. You can just we could start with peace in the Middle East being established for the first time in 3,000 years.
That's a real thing that has happened.
It's apparently a real thing. We don't know how long it's going to last, but if it lasts any amount of time, it's possibly the largest geopolitical achievement in human history. Like, tell me something bigger. I'm open.
I don't know.
It's so bad. It's so bad that the liberals can't even find. I mean, what are you going to complain about? Free Palestine. Hey, we did it. We freed Palestine. So now I was trying to watch like CNN and CNBC to see how they're going to twist the narrative. Man, I've just come to the conclusion that, look, Trump says and does all kinds of weird shit. Like, it's just his way. Like, if you just judge the results are pretty great. Like, I thought I was really bitching on the last podcast even that he's being led around the nose by Netanyahu, which still to some degree our government's owned completely by Israel. But, we talked about that enough in the last podcast. But for whatever reason, he finally got Netanyahu to agree. They're releasing whatever it is, 200 and something hostages.
You think he gave him some Donald Trump Bitcoin? I'm kidding.
He might have. They're talking about making a commemorative coin, I think, for the 250th year that's got Trump on it. That's going to make
going to make it really crazy.
That stuff like that, I swear he does just to troll. Like, he's a master troll. He's the possible. Like, were you on the internet at all last week to see the sombrero memes?
Yes, all the sombrero memes. Yes, I was.
Come on in here, Jonathan.
Come on in, Jonathan. Come in. Jonathan's here. We've been writing some music this weekend.
We just started. I know y'all been putting down the hits.
And I found we I don't know if anybody knows. I don't know if you know who Steve Terberry is, but he's been like this really funny dude on. He's like a really funny dude on. You're not on camera yet. There he is, right there.
There he is, right there, Jonathan, the one and only.
Hey, I wonder if there's something you could go get a stool or something.
I don't know.
Where is Thomas? Did he leave?
I was just going to tell you
Oh well, hey, bye.
Yeah, I'm about to roll
Oh, we'll see you later. It was good.
out. Love you.
It was good. I love you.
Give me a hug.
Here. All right, man. Good seeing you.
See y'all both. And
Thanks for
All
coming.
right, I'll see you
We'll
in
have
a
to-
couple weeks, buddy, at the 30th reunion. Me and Jonathan went to high school together. Same class. How about that?
Same class.
One for
Y'all
the
went
road.
together. Oh wait, here we go. There you go, right there.
See y'all later.
There you are.
I'll be watching this
You made
in
it.
a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
we
you
should.
made it to the podcast.
We'll have it uploaded tonight. So,
Yeah.
All right.
all right, take it easy, babe.
See y'all.
We'll see you later.
See ya. So anyway, well, me and Jonathan were writing music this weekend.
That's right.
And real quick before we get in on it. Steve Terryberry, we went on this thing and he found like he showed everybody a bunch of different websites, AI websites that make music. So I went on the first one he went on and I made this banger of a like gent post-hardcore song. I put in these lyrics. I took ChatGPT and said, write me some post-hardcore lyrics. So I took ChatGPT lyrics, put them in the AI music maker, and it made a jamming song.
Yeah, you told me it was y'all.
awesome.
When I walked out, I was like, what did y'all get put down? You're like, oh, we got this done. And I was like, oh, that's fucking badass.
Yeah.
Y'all went in.
It was. It's hard. And
My
it's
first
cool.
words was like, oh, y'all really went for it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So anyway,
Yeah, so anyway, peace in the Middle East. It's unbelievable. They signed the deal today, signed the peace treaty.
it's amazing.
Trump went over there. So you're the sombrero memes.
The sombrero.
He
memes.
just puts out, he puts the sombrero memes of Jeffries, and it's hysterical, and it's funny. And the only people that think it's not funny are like a couple of liberals. Like, even liberals have to go, ah, shit, why is it funny?
It's funny.
He's such a good troll. Does he say things that presidents don't usually say? He does. Does he act in a way that presidents never acted before? He does. That's kind of, and I think that's most of his appeal, right?
I think so. I think it's just because he's a character.
But it's also,
You know?
it's not just that he's not just a character though who doesn't get things. He's like this character who gets these. I mean, he gets these earth-shattering results. Like what he did at the border is earth-shattering. Mm-hmm. It's revolutionary. Mm-hmm. What he's doing in the Middle East is earth-shattering. It's revolutionary. It's unbelievable. There's like, it's hard to look at some of these accomplishments and go, oh, I hate that.
Like, this is,
Yeah.
who is that?
The vice president?
No, this over here.
Speaker Jeffries.
Oh yeah.
That
No.
That's Speaker Jeffries. That's Hakeem Jeffries. They call him Dollar Store Obama.
Oh man, I turned around and showed everybody my balding spot.
That's Dollar Store Obama or Timu Obama, whichever.
Timu Obama. Oh, gotcha.
But
I was trying to find some funny ones.
Whatever other president would ever be posting memes, and he'll share.
It's just that
He'll share the most ridiculous thing. Like it's great, and then yeah, oh yeah.
Like, what memes are you talking about? Like,
All those.
what's funny? They're just like trolling people.
It's because here's what's funny about it. It's because when the Democrats came out on the side of the immigrants, right?
Right.
They're instead of being on the side of the American people, they're on the side of the immigrants.
Right.
So when Jeffries and Schumer go up there to give their speech, Trump and his team put sombreros on them and start posting it the day because they're the reason they would. Here's the reason. So you know how we're in a government shutdown right now, right? We're in a government shutdown because the Democrats wanted to include $1.5 trillion in funding and some of that funding would go to illegal immigrants' health care.
Okay.
So Trump said, no way, no chance, no deal. If we're not doing anything,
I know people that say that is a lie.
that's just not true.
Okay.
That's just not true.
I figured.
Yeah. The lie would be that is absolutely what's in the bill. It's an extenuation of Medicaid and Medicare, and some of that money would go to illegal immigrants. If illegal immigrants went to the hospital for
They need to give me some of that money.
it would go. So Trump said, we're not going to. So Jeffries and Schumer acting like they had the high ground, and Trump's going, you guys are trying to keep illegal immigrants getting taxpayer money for health care. It's not happening. So they come out and like, Donald Trump shutting down the government. So Trump puts them in fucking sombreros. Even Mexicans think it's funny as shit, right? Like,
Well, usually only white entitled Karens get offended by any of this stuff.
so who could you? And the thing is, if you know that your whole stance is, you know at your core that you're fighting for illegal immigrants to first of all stay in the country, and then you're fighting to give them health care, and then the president of the United States throws a fucking sombrero on you and just starts sharing memes. It's like, oh yeah, it's
great.
and he's just implying like, oh, because Jeffries he's more in love with these illegal aliens, and then they don't care about the American people.
No.
They care about y'all. Here's his sombrero, and then when it riled them up, and they're like, this racist meme posting will not stand. What's Trump gonna do? He's gonna post another one, right?
Yeah.
So then they just went everywhere. Then everybody's making sombrero memes. Everything with Jeffries has got a sombrero. Anytime he's talking on the news, somebody will just chime in the comments like, where's your sombrero, bro? So now they have to...
Arriba.
Now-
Hey, you know who my favorite sombrero wearing cartoon person was?
Speedy Gonzalez?
Nope, it was his cousin. His Slowpoke Rodriguez.
With the trench coat?
Slowpoke Rodriguez was the slow cousin of Speedy Gonzalez. Do you remember that?
yeah.
And he would be like, Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, he was so slow that he got away with stuff. Like he's crossing a busy street, and instead of being fast and he'd be like so slow, and the car would be like, row, 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 and missing
And he'd
him.
still make it across.
Slowpoke Rodriguez, he's my favorite. He's better than Speedy. I like Slowpoke.
Is he though? Speedy was so speedy.
Yeah, but Slowpoke makes it funny.
Yeah, the Slowpoke makes it funny. Just like like a regular person putting a sombrero on Jeffries makes it kind of funny. The president putting a sombrero on the speaker
That makes it amazing.
Makes it hysterical. And you see him today, like he's on Air Force One. They're flying over, and he's just talks out there. He talks to the whole press. He's talking to everybody. He's like, yeah, go ahead. And he's like, but he's me to you he's like 3 feet away, right? He's like, once he's like, yeah, go. What's your question? He's like, hold on, who are you with? She's like, I'm with Politico, sir. He goes, no. He goes, Politico's really going down the drain. It's really down the drain. He goes, you guys are totally fake news too. He goes, why don't we take a question from a real journalist? Never mind. Yeah, you go next. And he's just sitting up there like he's 3 feet away. And she just like head in shame. But because it's so, even I guess he's been a decade doing this.
Oh, I've read some Politico stuff on my feed that pops up on my.
He's right.
When I pull up my main screen, like it'll have different everything. Just shoot me all the main stuff, and Politico stuff's ridiculous. And I'll pick on it, and it gives you the most ridiculous headlines. So you click on it, and then you're like, "This isn't even about this," or "This isn't even right. This headline's wrong." And then you go in the comments section, and then you just see all the bots like trying to get you riled up on the side. It's bots, 100%.
Yeah, what's that called? The dead internet.
The dead internet theory.
Yeah, that most of the people you interact with aren't people.
Yeah.
And if you'll notice, if you'll go,
I'll pull it up. Hold on. Let me pull up something. Like. This is like we're gonna see a lot of my bald spot on this one, I'm afraid. Okay, that's work stuffs. Okay, so like I'm pulling up the MSN website. Okay, the reason why I do this on MSN for one is when I search this toolbar, it gives me points. That's how bad they need people to be on their search engine. And then after about like 2 months, I get like $20,000 or $20 or something worth of something. You go in here on Microsoft and it like gives you discounts on stuff. So if you just search on the search engine, they give you discounts and whatever. So like, so you pull, okay, I'll get like a Fox News, and that's of course going to be something about Bill Maher because he's like flipped over to, he's more right than left now, I guess.
Well, no.
Or maybe he's like center.
He's the same Bill Maher he's always been.
Oh, you're right.
Common sense, funny,
Sense,
irreverent. Funny. And
if something's stupid, he's going to call it out.
Yeah, I've always felt like I've always felt really like, well, I'm not opposed to what Bill Maher's saying. If I disagree,
Me neither.
With it, he's got sense.
Yeah,
he's not always right. But here's the thing that people have to understand in politics: no one's always right. When someone is, what's so?
No one's even right in science. Science is constantly being refuted.
Oh, we're going to get into
all
that.
The time.
We're going to get into that.
Yeah, I mean it's constantly. Well, we'll get into that here in a minute. Just remind me to get into that because I've been reading.
Well, let's get into it now.
Okay, well let's push through this thing. Let's push through this thing real quick. Okay, I just want to show you what my feed, what these things come up, and we'll see if Politico comes up. Okay, price of U.S.-China deal just got a lot higher. Rare earth stocks soar. Okay, I'm not even gonna look at that. I don't care about that. Okay. This is unbranded entertainment, whoever that is. Turning Point USA plans to have a Super Bowl halftime show to rival Bad Bunny. Okay, no big deal because there's many of those already.
Yeah.
Right. You have the one with the girls that show their boobs and play football, right? During the halftime? Or is that... yeah, so you got that, which is probably what most people will watch.
It's for the far right are always going to complain about the Super Bowl halftime show. That's as like common as this is the far left being Looney Tune about everything.
The best one we've seen so far, like in the past 5-6 years, has been when Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and all of them banged out that Super Bowl show. That was awesome, and that's just because I'm 46 years old.
It was the best, though. So
it
awesome,
was so great.
But look. But old boomers and Gen Xers on the far right bitched about that one too. They bitched about every one of them. Well, they don't know who Bad Bunny is. They don't even care.
They don't know who Bad Bunny sounds like a chick to me.
He's from Puerto Rico. He's just a guy who does music. Like, it's never my thing. But look, here's the deal: the Super Bowl has never, except the Dr. Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent. That one was cool.
That was cool.
They had Prince. They had Michael Jackson. Aside from that, it's never really been for me. Paul McCartney once, but I mean, it's never really been for me. So if you're a 63-year-old man who loves football, the football's for you. Here's what people have to understand, and I'm just going to break this down for all the conservatives.
Thank you.
The football that is played at the Super Bowl is for all of us football folks. The halftime show is to draw in people who aren't part of your normal audience and gain them as viewers. You understand? It's real simple. The people that like Bad Bunny aren't necessarily football guys.
And also, the NFL is like, we need to pump up football because I don't think there's as many people watching football as there used to be. So they needed a little bit of controversy because Bad Bunny had already canceled all of his shows. He's like, I don't want ICE at my shows arresting my people. So the NFL goes, let's get Bad Bunny to do it and we'll draw up all this controversy because that's what we do now.
Well, it's Jay-Z.
And Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z's in charge of Super Bowl entertainment.
Is he?
Been forever.
Oh, well, he's
part of the machine.
Who?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z's dead. Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. When did Jay-Z die?
No, not
Izzo.
Well, you're saying Jay-Z, and I'm thinking Eazy-E. Okay,
Those
sorry.
are different people.
They are completely different people. But you were saying that, and I was thinking Easy for some reason.
No, Jay-Z's in charge of the Super Bowl entertainment.
Well, it's because we were
He's
talking
in
about
charge
Dr.
of
Dre.
all the football entertainment for the NFL. So the NFL,
Okay, but he's smart then because he was like, "Well, we'll get this guy to do it. There'll be everybody will be talking about this, and then everyone's talking about the Super Bowl. Easy peasy."
yeah, and then even the people that don't want to see it are like, "Well, I'm gonna turn this in to see how bad this guy sucks."
Let's see if Ice shows up and gets his American ass.
Well, no, they just want to
Isn't
say
he American?
They're
He's
already-
American, right?
Yeah, no matter who plays.
Yeah, who cares?
I've already figured this out too. No matter who plays the Super Bowl, everybody over 40 is sitting with their phone. And the second they play a note, they're on Facebook. They're like, "This is bullshit. Who does this? Nobody likes this. Where's Hank Jr. when you need him? This ain't football." Blah. They already got all their fucking.
Where's Hank Jr.?
Yeah, they got.
It's Monday Night Football.
These. I'm not making that up. These are These are the posts that I guarantee I'll bet
Oh.
my life
10 seconds in.
before he sung a note. And then
It's the bots too.
the second he comes out, and then there's like choreographed dancers because that's what you do. Satanic ritual, satanic ritual, satanic ritual.
Microphone, you're killing me. Satanic ritual.
My
He's
favorite-
gonna be wearing like a red jacket, and they're gonna be like, "That represents blood of a child in its satanic circles."
100% what he's going to. Instead of hell, it might. But my favorite thing to do is on the Super Bowl is to be on Facebook during the halftime and to watch all the old
Comments.
people melt down. Like, it's unbelievable. I'm like, well, dude, you aren't buying any Bad Bunny albums or streaming any Bad Bunny. You make no difference to it. All he did, he'll add a few fans. The people that bitch about him will still now know who he was and wouldn't know who he was otherwise. Bad Bunny ends up the winner. Whoever plays the Super Bowl halftime show ends up the winner. If Jay-Z calls me to play the halftime Super Bowl show, I'm playing it because there's no bigger stage on planet Earth.
Yeah, of course. But also, it's like, okay, if you don't like it, switch over to the damn doggy bowl that they do, or the ladies
Well, the
football,
Turning Point USA
or Turning Point USA. You can go there now, and you can rah read for Jesus
I'll
all
probably
day
watch
during
that.
the whole middle of the thing.
I'll probably. I mean, it'll probably be Kid Rock, Ted Nugent, the usual. But I mean, but hey, listen, that's who it's gonna be. You know this.
Why is everything has got to be so political? It's like, who do you listen to? Let me see. I like to listen to made up internet AI songs.
Yeah.
That are completely made up by AI. They have no political holds. They don't.
These people. Like, there's so many people that like. I'm into politics. Like, I like to follow it and know what's going on and keep up with the movie and keep up with the story and be involved and be an informed voter and be an informed citizen. But it's not like my personality, right? Like,
Right.
it is a lot of people's personalities. Like,
yeah.
that's it works the same way in reverse. The only reason, like, Kid Rock's a good artist and Kid Rock makes good music, and live, Kid Rock's amazing. He just is. I don't care what anybody says. He is.
Kid Rock's amazing. When
seen
that dude, he can play guitar, drums better than his drummer. He can play the turntables better than anybody I've ever seen. Guitar, bass,
rap, sing,
He does.
R&B,
He can do
country.
it all. He just does it all.
I saw him live for the first time 26 years ago against my will, and I was like, "Well, shit, that was amazing."
Did you see him with Jeffrey?
No,
Because Jeffrey didn't like Kid Rock.
I didn't either
And
until I
then
saw him.
he saw him, and he was like, "This guy's playing everything better than everybody that's on stage that he's hired to play for him." And he was like, "It blew me away."
Yeah, let me just tell you, I saw him share a stage with Guns N' Roses, Bush, I want to say Seven Dust, Corey Taylor of Slipknot.
I think you said Corey Feldman.
No, Corey Taylor. But Kid Rock was, and then Guns N' Roses headlined. I think Kid Rock went on right before Guns N' Roses, and let me just tell you, he was as good or better than anybody that played that day.
Yeah.
All 100,000 people in that soccer stadium would say the same thing, whether they were there to see him or not, because there was a lot of people that were there like, "Fucking Kid Rock," and then he came out and they were like, "Okay,
My name is Kid.
great intro." But look, then there's this whole swath of people that just hate Kid Rock just because he's on the right. But then there's also people like, say, my parents who didn't know who Kid Rock is, but now they're like, "I like that Kid Rock a lot."
I'm liking that Kid Rock ever since he shot up them gay beers.
Yeah.
He shot up them weird beers, the colorful
So
beers.
and Ted Nugent is a really good guitar player and a really good artist, but I'll say the opposite about Ted Nugent. I saw him live, and I just wanted it to end. It
Really?
was because not because he's bad.
It's the sound.
Nope, the sound was tremendous.
Really?
His band was tremendous. He was a tremendous player. But if he did I think he did a 50-minute set. He was opening for Kiss. No, it was Ted Nugent, Skid Row, Kiss. So he got like maybe a 35, 40-minute set.
Mm-hmm.
And 20 minutes of that was him talking politics.
Oh God, no! I don't care if I'm even on your side. I came to hear you play guitar.
When he
Scratch Fever.
when he rips into Stranglehold,
Stranglehold?
that shit's badass. When he rips into Cat Scratch Fever, the crowd's on his feet. The problem is you have to get through a 7-minute lecture
Monologue.
and then besides doing that, he took 5 minutes to shoot flaming bow and arrows at pictures of I think Hillary Clinton
Oh my gosh,
on a
that's
bullseye.
too much.
Like with no music playing, he just came out with a bow and arrow, walked to the other side of the stage, and then set up, and then had a roadie set up a target, and he's taking shots. He's back there loading up a bow and arrow, shooting pictures. No music's going on except the drummer's like.
Have you?
The drummer's like doing this to keep people interested, and he's just walking so he talks for 5 or 6 minutes about politics, then goes and shoots bow and arrows for 5 or 6 minutes, then comes back and talks about politics, and then plays a song.
Have you ever, like, this is the way I view all that kind of stuff, even if you don't like somebody. I don't like to give all my energy or power to like somebody constantly. That's why I can't say like the
Trump
left
derangement
is
syndrome.
always like the left is always like they can't ever say anything about the left, but they can sure talk a lot of shit about Donald Trump, and that's like, wouldn't you want to stop saying his name? And then I don't know if this is real or not, but I came upon like pictures of people that were getting tattoos that actually put Trump like fuck Donald Trump as a tattoo, and it's like you just put his name on your body forever. Are you a moron?
Does this tell you how brain dead they are?
Yeah,
dude. These are the people that have Trump derangement. I mean, it's like, well, look,
you can not like somebody,
in the
but
comments,
the derangement of it is crazy.
There was a comment about they were talking about this peace treaty today. Obviously, that's everywhere going on. It's the story of the century, honestly, but it's definitely the story of the week. And somebody commented they said, Trump didn't do anything Netanyahu couldn't do on his own. And I was like, well, clearly he did, because on his own, there was no peace, only war. Trump gets involved as a mediator, and now there's peace. So the one thing, he's like, he goes, well, Netanyahu had all the weapons, and he had all the technology to do anything he needed on his own, and he's plenty capable of doing of making a deal. And I'm like, this guy's like intentionally missing the point. Yeah. I'm like, of course he has the mental capacity, but he was unable or unwilling, one of the two. Probably unwilling, because he wanted to kill them all and take the Gaza Strip. But for you to say that, that Trump wasn't needed, and Trump, because he was basically making the argument that well, Trump's trying to make it about him, and Bibi Netanyahu could have done this all on his own. He could have established that treaty. I said, well, he could have, but he didn't. Yeah. And then guess who did? Your daddy, Donald Trump.
Yeah, the guy that you can't stop talking about.
Yeah.
That you hate.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't give my power to anyone that if I don't want to talk about somebody, I don't want to give them my power. Yeah. It's just retarded to me.
But, well, I mean, on here we talk about all kinds of people that may not, but then outside of that, I try not to talk about it, right?
I don't talk about anything.
We just talk about subjects of the day.
I just really talk to you. That's about it. And me and Kylie talk about stuff, but I don't like to sit around and talk about politics or any of that. It just like bums me out that it's gotten so like divided, and like you can't like if you're like, oh man, you say just one little thing that's not even a big issue. You're like, oh man, you're a friggin' Nazi white guy who now I'm just painting the picture and putting you in the box. And it's like, you know what, dude? You don't know me at all.
I don't think that. I don't even think that gets any credence anymore. Like if I hear somebody call somebody a Nazi or a racist,
means nothing.
I don't even hear it. It means nothing.
Yeah, it's too much. It's been overused.
Yeah, it's been overused. So now when you see real racism, it's hard to recognize because you've been making everything racist for
the line's been smashed into everything racist
for 10 years. But I think we're
Nazi.
I think we're almost through that. I think everybody now is even the Democratic Party. Their approval rating is like 12% or some shit. It's like it's below. It's below. It's worse than anything you could imagine. Like I mean. Satan could have a political party. He would have a better approval rating than the Democrats. It is. I don't know how they win a major election. We'll see what happens.
Well, Obama, I just saw on this thing where Obama said in an interview, he did a podcast. He did some comedian's podcast. It's like his last podcast he was going to do, probably because nobody's watching it. And then he had Obama on there, and probably a bunch of people watched it. He'll probably go, I think I'm going to keep going now.
Yeah.
But because I didn't even know he had a podcast. But like, I can't remember his name. Obama said that basically, I'm paraphrasing. He basically said that we got on a soapbox and pushed everybody right, is what he said. Everybody went, the normal average American went screaming right because we made them do it.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't keep our mouths shut.
100%. So I had another conversation this morning online with another deranged lunatic who they put, they were like, well, a lot of this information is found in books, but nobody on the right can read books. That's why they're not. And I was like,
Stupid to say.
So I was like, listen, I said, I know you think you're doing something here. Let me just tell you, like, the reason y'all have lost the narrative and lost everyone is your elitist bullshit attitude.
That's exactly what he said. Elitist attitude.
I said your elitist attitude. I said you just want, you're painting everybody with a brush as if you're smarter and better and more astute than everyone else. And the fucking fact is you're not. You're a dumb liberal bitch with nothing to offer anyone. You have no fucking baseline knowledge of anything. You just want to perceive yourself as smart. And it doesn't come across as smart. It comes across as arrogant and bullshit. And not that I said, you got this behavior from Democrat leaders, and you're saying half the country. Now, are there some MAGA that aren't real smart and maybe aren't real educated? Yeah, probably. Are there some Democrats that aren't real smart and aren't real educated? Yeah, probably. But you think you did something with this post, but all you did was just prove the point of y'all's elitist bullshit. And you're going to go from 20% approval to 17 to 12 to 10. Y'all just going to keep pushing everybody out till you only have the fringes of society, like the most fringe folks in the world on your side. Is that what you want?
And there's not a lot.
There's not a lot of people that, I mean, look, her comments of like, I think she had maybe a couple of hundred comments, right? It was a pretty viral little post or whatever. Of, let's say, 200 of those, and I didn't catch them all, but I scrolled through and read 50 or 60. 2 of them were on her side.
I gotta go take this.
Okay, no problem. Gotta take a call. Take it on the air.
I gotta go take it out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Private call.
Yeah. It's work.
Uh-oh.
Work stuff.
That would have been good content for the podcast. We could find out where you need to route that truck, where this rubber needs to go. The listeners probably want to know that. But anyway, yeah, just this elitist, smug, I'm better than you. I know, but you never tell it. They never tell you how they're better than you or what information it is they have that's so wonderful and such great knowledge. It's just that they're so smart. They figured everything out. And the only reason anybody's voting for Trump is because they're so dumb and just stupid. And they couldn't possibly have anything to offer humanity. It is a dumb elitist take. And if the right was making those type of takes, I would say the same thing. Now, when the right says, everybody on the left is a dumb, blue-haired transgender, well, that's not true. All blue-haired transgenders are not. Well, the left is not all blue-haired transgenders, but all blue-haired transgenders are on the left, and obviously that would make sense. Just like everybody on the right is not some ignorant redneck, although there are some ignorant rednecks and there's some smart rednecks. And just because someone has an accent doesn't mean they're not educated or they don't understand what's going on or they're not capable of understanding world events. They're not capable of grasping what you're saying. That is just ridiculous. Like, the guy is establishing peace in the Middle East. No one thought it's possible. And now the Biden administration coming out and saying, they come out and said, yeah, this is like the groundwork that we laid. I mean, get the hell out of here. Like, what are you talking about? This is the groundwork we laid out. You got nothing done. Now there's all the wars, all the conflicts around the globe are essentially solved. Now we've got the one big one to deal with. Obviously Russia, Ukraine. That is going to be a big one. Trump thought this is going to be the easiest one to solve. this is good because I think Trump thought that his relationship with Putin was going to. I think he thought more of the relationship than maybe the relationship is, but it's turned out that Ukraine and Russia has been the hardest one to solve. That just keeps getting amped up. But I feel like now he's going to be able to put all his time and energy from a geopolitical peace standpoint. He's going to take all his time and energy and put that time and energy towards getting peace in Russia. If he gets that, if he establishes peace in Russia and Ukraine somehow, some kind of way, and I don't know what that's going to look like because Russia, they want what they've already kind of gone into. They want that land. Ukraine obviously doesn't want to give it up. Somebody's going to have to make some concessions here. The war is not good for either one of them. I think Russia's losing 4,000 to 5,000 troops or soldiers a week. Ukraine, who knows how many they're losing? Who even knows if the reporting's accurate? It's probably not accurate. They could be losing more. I know at one time, and it's probably still that way. I just haven't been paying attention to it. Ukraine was having to, they were getting people with Down syndrome and old folks and dragging them off the street and basically throwing them in a van, and then they're going to service. But man, this just can't be good. Like, none of this is good for humanity. Let's get to peace. Let's get to where everybody's trading with one another. Everybody understands, hey, people are different, but look, it's 2025. I don't think we need to be fighting endless wars. I don't think we need to be propping up the military-industrial complex. I don't think we need to. I didn't understand as a kid, like, why is everybody fighting? Like, this stuff has to be able, and you thought, like, well, when you're older, you'll understand. I got older, and I still don't understand, like, why is this a thing? Like, how is this a thing? How can we not be being more diplomatic? How did diplomacy become not the thing? So I was just talking about, Mike, like, all these wars are solved. The only one left, the big one, is Ukraine and Russia. And he's gonna, if he gets a peace treaty between Ukraine and Russia, that's going to be literally world peace. Literally, actually world peace.
It's awesome.
But here's what I was saying is, I don't know how we got to a point where we're still fighting wars at this time in history. Like,
yeah, like, how did we get? It's 2025. There's no reason to be fighting wars and making all. We don't even fight war the same way. So we're not doing it for like really terrible reasons, like getting the population down or anything like that. So, anywho, I can go on here. We'll come back.
I'd rather not. I'm not a really big fan of that, but
I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, not a big fan of couples working together. But anyway, I'm doing a podcast right now, so I just answered because I thought it might be an emergency. All right, bye.
So we shouldn't really be doing any war because we don't need war for, like, war. What war does? What it kills people on a mass scale. Back then, like world wars, it makes a lot of money for a lot of businesses.
That's the whole. That's
the whole gamut.
That's the answer, brother.
The answer to everything is how much money are we going to make off of this COVID thing.
Yeah,
that's everything. It really is everything.
Follow the money.
He's following the money.
But Trump's trying to make it like he's trying to put a spotlight on that. Like, hey, y'all know we don't have to have war, and then he's making you have the defense of war.
Yeah,
it's
good for something.
In order to oppose Trump at this point, and he knows what he's doing. He knows good and well what he's doing. Now he's got it to where in order to oppose me, you have to support war. Think about that.
Yeah.
He's making like, okay, yeah, what are you going to say? You can't say anything. All you can say about Israel and Hamas and Palestine and a peace treaty, all you can really do if you hate Trump is just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, not say anything.
You just got to be quiet. Because anything you say is going to make you look, well, you can say stuff like that idiot that was saying,
well, no,
Netanyahu could have done it too.
Well, they were all protesting it, and now what are they going to do? Like that, now that they can't say anything about it.
I saw this great AI video. They had this girl with purple hair. She's being interviewed. It was AI, but it looked real. It was like in the streets of Portland or New York City or one of these liberal places, and they interviewed, and she's crying. She's like, "What am I gonna do now for my income? This was all of my income, and you just took it away. Trump took it away." Because they're all paid protesters.
They're paid protesters.
Not all of them, but
most of them.
Probably all.
Yeah.
And they've admitted this on camera. This isn't like some conspiracy.
Yeah. Oh no, you can search the flyer thing that tells them
there's not enough real people that want to get out and support their crazy ideas like, oh, we should have more illegal immigration and we should spend more tax dollars on illegals and we should have a war, more war. So I said this when Trump got elected. I was like, he ran this campaign of peace, like, and then it was like, oh, yeah, it's bullshit. He just said that to get he's good so he can start World War III. And then he goes on like this peace trek, like of just treaty after treaty after just getting them to. And then when people are saying, this was another Trump derangement syndrome. People were talking about, he's already stopped these 7 conflicts. He's got, and they're like, which 7 conflicts? That's just such a lie, such a Trump lie. And then somebody's like, well, and they lay out all 7 of them. And then the people are like, I think most of those people are the dead internet people. What you looking up?
I'm not spelling any of this right.
Oh, you're looking up the conflicts Donald Trump has helped mediate.
Oh, these are accused. No, okay.
What wars or international conflicts has Trump helped mediate or solve? Because they want the crazy left want to believe that he's just making it up. Well, Trump does make up stuff, but he more makes up stuff like nobody knows more about rockets than me. Nobody knows more about the internet than me. Nobody does more. Now so if he says 7 and this makes 8, but that is the actual number. It looks like, I believe that's fact check. Most time you'd want to think like, it's probably 4 if Trump says 8. He does have an exaggeration tendency. There's no doubt about that.
The question is how you define solved. In most cases, Donald Trump, like most presidents, hasn't completely solved a major war or conflict, brought lasting peace or resolution, but has been involved in or claimed credit. That it says,
they just don't want to give him credit.
They don't want to give him credit. I've noticed that ChatGPT is very
liberal.
It doesn't really. It's very liberal.
It's got a liberal slant to it. We'll say that.
You can ask it not to do that.
Yeah.
And then it'll. I actually pulled this up the other day and it listed a bunch of the ones, but I don't know.
Well, he definitely did.
So far back.
Even if it wasn't true, he hadn't solved the other 7 conflicts, battles, wars, whatever you want to call them, disagreements. He has. But even if he hadn't, wouldn't just getting a peace treaty in the Middle East? I mean, he definitely should have. I guess he'll get the Nobel Peace Prize next year. They're going to have to give it to him, right? They didn't give it to him this year. And you saw what happened, right, with that?
Oh, no. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so they gave it to the leader of Argentina, right? And you know what the leader of Argentina did?
What do you think?
She was like, I appreciate this award so much. I can only accept it on behalf of Donald Trump.
Oh, my God.
He deserves this Nobel Peace Prize more than any human in the world.
Are you for real?
This is Donald Trump. So, yes.
Are you for real?
Yeah, so they intentionally don't give it to Trump. They give it to the leader of Argentina for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And there was something but she was like, because there was some conflict she solved, but she was like, we didn't do this. Donald Trump had everything to do with fixing this situation. And
okay, so I've worded it different. It says the Abraham Accords landmark Middle East peace. Trump brokered historic peace agreements between Israel and Arab nations, Morocco, Sudan, and of course, the one
UAE.
we just did. North Korea, from threats to talks. He became the first president to meet face-to-face North Korean leader Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, that was last time.
That was last time. Serbia, Kosovo, economic normalization.
Yep, that was this time.
Ending endless. Trump ran on ending America's forever wars. Negotiated U.S. withdrawal agreement from Afghanistan.
He ran on it and he did it.
Reduced U.S.
Never
troop
forget it.
levels in Iraq and Syria. Avoided new interventions even when pressured by the Pentagon and foreign lobbyists. Zionist. Iran, instead of appeasement or paying off hostile regimes, Trump took a hard line against Iran, withdrawing from the flawed Iran nuclear deal and using sanctions and deterrence rather than full-scale war. When Iran provoked the U.S., he took out terrorist leader, showing American power without starting a new conflict. Israel-Hamas ceasefire. Okay.
That's the most recent one. That probably equals 8, right?
U.S. American first, peace through strength.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Look.
No appeasement through like Obama's Iran deal, no unnecessary wars like Bush's Iraq invasion, and no weakness abroad like Biden's Afghanistan withdrawal. This is ChatGPT.
He said it, he did it. He said it, he did it. He said it, he did it.
Summary of Trump's peace legacy. No new wars during his presidency. Historic Middle East peace deals. De-escalation with North Korea. Economic peace in the Balkans. Reduced U.S. troop deployments abroad. Strong deterrence against Iran, Russia, and China. Restoration of respect through strength. Bam.
The liberals hate that. Now, you tell me they're American or they're pro-American when they're against that. I don't like Trump, but like I said earlier in the podcast,
I'm not a big Trump though.
I've just come to accept, like, look, he says wild shit, he says funny. This is just who he is. He'll say anything, he just says whatever pops in his head. But if you're judging a man on what he actually does, it's just, I look at it like a football coach. If I didn't like a football coach's personality at LSU, I don't like Brian Kelly's personality. It's just weird. It's not really very Louisiana. It's a little bit different from us, right? But if he wins games,
oh, it's on me. Jeez.
if he wins games,
I'm just like,
if he wins games, he's my guy.
yeah.
Who cares about all this? The other stuff's just fluff. Like, I don't like what he says, or I don't like his mean tweets, or I don't like I don't like that stuff either. I've been on record saying how he's not presidential. Whatever the fuck that means, because everybody that was presidential was a puppet. Yeah. So I'm almost starting to like the fact that that's what people identify with is, yeah, it's curt. Yeah, it's rude. Yeah, it's immature.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's full of ego. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but he still gets things
there's
done.
people that anybody that wants to run the free world or be a president is going to have some of those tick marks.
I mean, to be fair, he's got the ego of all presidents.
Yeah.
You took all the presidents combined, added in Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Michael Irving, all their egos. He's still bigger. But he wants the biggest of everything.
Yeah.
The biggest plane, the biggest ego, the best golf courses, the most money, the best looking girlfriend. He just wants the best, the most, and he can't.
What's wrong with that?
Well,
wanting the best.
It's a terrible personality trait for a person that I'd want to be around to have. It's like, it's not part of what I'd.
Well, I want the best, Ray.
But you don't act in a way that thinks that only everything you touch is the best, and that only everything you say is the best, and that only everything you say is the smartest, and only everything. Like, my wife thinks that, like, I only think that I'm correct all the time, right? But that's just every relationship. That's not actually true. Yeah. I'm actually open to somebody else's ideas, and I think Trump is too. He just, once he makes his mind up, like, I think in cabinet meetings when he's meeting with experts, I don't think you get the character then. I think then he's like locked in and doing the work and be like, okay, I need to take heed. And then when he makes his mind up, like, okay, I've heard enough. I know what I think.
Yeah.
Once he knows what he thinks, brother, it's fucking over.
Yeah.
That is the only opinion. But hey, I can say this. How many more times has he been right than he's been wrong? Way more, right?
Way more.
I
feel like it.
I know it. And on the big stuff, and we talked about this a little bit before too, that what he's brilliant at is he takes 80-20 issues. He doesn't really care. This is what you got to know about Trump. He does about peace and making America prosperous and being safe. Those are things he cares about. Everything else that's a political issue, Trump just goes, all right, what does everybody think? And when whatever the 80%, and this is actually what somebody who represents the people should do. Mm-hmm. He just says, oh, 80% of the people think this. He's like, and he'll just, once he decides that, he's like, yeah, no more trannies in sports. Fuck those guys. They're out of there. Yeah. Like, we don't need trannies in sports. And then he just goes all in against it. Yeah. Because he knows he's not going to lose any support because 80% of the country feels this way. And he's like, no, of course you have secure borders. He just finds the issue and then goes to the side that most Americans feel. Yeah. He doesn't really, I don't think he's really convicted one way or the other. Like, he used to be for abortions. Now he's not for abortions, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, some of that stuff I don't think is important to him. And that's okay. Like, he just, like, hey, is it important to you guys? All right, let's do that.
Well, I think with abortion, he was just like, well, let the states decide. I got other things to do.
But he used to be like, oh, no, I'm totally pro-choice.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm totally, but just like he used to not care. Like, he doesn't care about gay marriage. He doesn't really care at his core. He doesn't give a fuck. Yeah. It doesn't make him money. It doesn't make him more powerful. He doesn't care who people sleep with. He's from New York City. He's used to that kind of shit, right? Like, right. So, but since most of his base is like that, if they asked about him, he'd be like, yeah, one man, one woman. But then he'd just try to move on because he doesn't care. And that's how he's kicking their ass because what he does is takes the 80% issue, the issue that everybody's 80% on. Most people agree with this. He takes that side, takes that stance, and then forces the Democrats to fight for the losing position. It's
Yeah.
It is a brilliant.
wild. That's wild when you say it like
when
that.
history's written, this is what I think will be the most brilliant takeaway from it. He forced his enemies to fight about shit that they know they're on the losing side of. Like he forces you to fight for criminals. He forces you to fight for illegal immigration's taking over and taking all of our taxpayer dollars. He forces you to fight for government waste. He forces you to fight for more wars and conflicts. He forces you to fight for transgender men playing in women's sports. He takes the most absurd issue where it's obvious, where anybody with common sense goes, well, obviously we want a secure border. All right, cool, that's what we're doing. And then he forces you to fight a non-winning argument. Like there is no argument you can make. Even people on your side are like, fuck.
What blows my mind is these pregnant women that took a bunch of Tylenol after they, and it wasn't even like Trump that said anything. It's a Harvard study.
Tylenol tweeted it out in 2018.
Yeah, they said we don't recommend you take any of our products like this while you're pregnant.
My wife didn't take Tylenol when she was pregnant 26, 25, and 23 years ago.
No, I'm not saying that Tylenol. You could probably take some Tylenol. Right?
Trump, yeah, of course you can
Yeah,
take
of course
Tylenol.
you could take Tylenol if you're pregnant and you have a headache. You could take a little Tylenol. Just don't take like it every day, like all the time. Who would do that? It's a painkiller.
He's saying again, he's taking something that's true.
Yeah.
Tylenol's probably not good if you're pregnant. There's studies linked to this. You can find all the research yourself. You go look for it. He's taking an RFKs with it. They've already discussed. He's taking an issue that everybody's like, yeah, of course, my wife did. Nobody's wife really took Tylenol when they were pregnant, and he forced you to be like, I'm taking all the Tylenol when I'm pregnant. I'll show your ass. And like, okay, moron.
You're in the hospital.
Like, so to put your enemies on a losing issue, and this is the chess piece he does. He puts you on a losing issue, and then he goes so hard, even to the point of ridiculousness on the other side of it, that he forces you into the fight, and now you're fighting against. No, criminals have rights too. Rapists have. Wait a minute. What about the pedophiles? He's trying. You're like, and then until you have wound yourself into this web of everybody just looking at you like, do you hear these people? And this is what the left has become.
Yeah.
And he's got them in a bubbling, snot-filled mess like a toddler. He's got them so frazzled and so weakened and so nothing to stand on that it's just it's tremendous. Now I'm waiting to hear what you have to think about it. We got to get into this for the last bit of the show.
Okay, hold on. About
we got to get into Three Eye Atlas.
Three Eye Atlas.
Yeah,
Hold on. I'm trying to figure something out with work, y'all.
While your brain's working.
Let's see here. Why does everybody want to? I'm the final thought of everybody's day when it comes to work. I'm the final thought. I better call the trucking guy and line this up. It probably would work better for you if you called me in the midday, and then I could actually set something up. Nothing
4 o'clock. I think you still have time.
It's 5 o'clock on the East Coast where everybody is.
Yeah, they should be leaving you alone.
They should be leaving me alone. My job is 24/7.
Leave me the F alone.
My job's always been 24/7. That's fine.
Let's
see. Let me answer this guy. Huh.
What are you telling him?
No, but I'll haul something, Louisiana. That's no problem. Let's see. It said, do you need to bring empty truck to Louisiana this week? No, but I'll bring one and haul something. I don't care. I'll deadhead him over here. It's fine.
Why not?
But anyway. Oh, man. Okay. Did I tell that I would love to put this guy on the phone?
He's entertaining.
He's fun to talk to. Listen. Okay, let's do it.
All right, go for it. Don't even tell him he's on the podcast.
I'm not.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
I know, did I tell you what I have you doing tomorrow?
No.
Tomorrow morning, I have you loading It's a roll that doesn't have a cover on it. It's 11,000 pounds. It's loading in Griffin. It's going to metal surgery outside of Milwaukee.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go over here and swap to my trailer.
Yeah.
I'd keep this if I could talk Chris into swapping the tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to put I'd put my 24.5, the 24.5s off of mine onto this one.
Uh-huh.
Because this one's got a warped wheel on it.
Uh-huh.
And I'd keep this one because it's got the taller bows and all that on it.
Uh-huh.
Well, I told JC, I said, well, in that case, I'll just steal the bows off of this one and just swap my small bows onto this one and take the 30-inch bows.
Well, that'll work.
Because Chris said he wasn't going to change the tires.
That helps you out. Okay.
So I was like, well, shit, dude. I said, that kind of messes me up.
All right, well, let me go.
This one's got better siding than mine does.
Yeah. It's past 5 o'clock. It's beer 5 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, I'm here at the yard, so.
All right, well, they won't want to load it till in the morning.
Oh, that's fine. I'm gonna clean up and go get me something to eat. I'm starving.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, see you, brother.
Bye. There it is. You got to live a phone call of Mike.
Minute in the life of Mike Hinkle.
That's right.
So, what is 3-Eye Atlas? Where is 3-Eye Atlas? Tell me what all you know about it, and I'll tell you what I know about it, and we'll see if we figure out what we think collectively.
Okay, so it's an interstellar object that has come from outside of our solar system, correct?
That's
and
correct.
It's the third one that we have ever seen, really?
But this one's a little different.
So, like, I'm a wow, 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 whatever that one was, and then there was another one, and now there's this one. And I almost can't say what is, like, people just talking shit or, like, true science behind it. So, like,
you got to look into the physicists and stuff.
Like, it's an interstellar object coming through our solar system. It's
not moving on a path that meteorites or comets or
would
anything
actually move.
It's moving on a charted path where it like takes deliberate turns.
I don't think it's taken any turns.
It has taken turns. It came into our solar system.
Yeah, but that's gravity, gradual turns. It's coming in, I believe.
Okay, maybe.
But because it was on a trajectory that they were showing the trajectory of it. It would go by, it's going by Jupiter and then by Mars really close.
It's by Mars right now.
And then by the time it gets closest to us, it goes behind the sun like perfectly.
Yeah.
And then there's like I heard some
other
they say,
comet. That's what they say. How would they know that? How did they know that?
How do they know what?
That's going to go behind the sun, and we're not going to see it.
Because of the trajectory of it, it'll. The sun's huge, so like it takes up, but it looks small in the sky.
It's not charting a normal path. That's the whole situation.
Oh, and like you see stuff where people are like, it's changed colors and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, is that for real? Like what? Or like there's a light source out in front of it and not just behind it, like it's got headlights or something.
They said it's got city lights. Did you hear about it split?
I have a heart split.
Yeah, it's split. It split a few days ago. It split and then like reestablished itself.
I have a hard time believing this.
It's what they say, whoever they are, right?
But who is that? It's the TikTok guy?
No, this was a physicist.
Let's do an AI Atlas update. This was from 3 days ago.
What do you think about what about the cave drawings that had similar things to 3-Eye Atlas on it? It's showing up like it's a
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not very into this then.
So there's scientists that think it's on a 7,000-year cycle. There's a cave drawing of 3-Eye Atlas.
It's a no ordinary comet, according to New Astronomer's Telegram, shifting every 4 hours, far more rapid than any rotating or jet activity seen before. Deep within its coma, instruments detect exotic carbon dioxide. Dominated ice is dust that bends light in ways never recorded in comet science. With scientists scrambling to explain these mysteries, the line between natural physics and alien speculation is thinner than ever. What exactly is 3-Eye Atlas, and why does every answer just raise more? Comet 3-Eye Atlas burst onto the astronomical scene in early, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so
you see this red picture right here of 3-Eye Atlas?
Yeah.
That is what's on a cave from 7,000 years ago.
For real.
They drew this, and then underneath it, it's got all these people looking up to it in the sky, and engraved, and it takes up like 100 people that across. It looks just exactly like that. The same thing. It looks
Same thing.
and it's on a cave from 7,000 years ago. And then they've so there are some speculation that people think it runs on a 7,000 year cycle, just like Halley's Comet comes every 72 years or 76 years.
Yeah.
The 3-eye Atlas is coming on maybe possibly a 7. It's just a theory.
A longer
Cycle, but that some people know about. That people know about it, right? And they can use that as a form of control. You understand? If they understand that it's on a 7,000, so if they know that it's on a 7,000, elites, whoever, right?
Right.
Understand this thing's on a 7,000 year cycle because they've gone back 28,000 years. They've seen the cave drawings or they've seen the scrolls of it written or whatever it is. And there's a lot of shit people know that we don't know, right?
Right.
So they know that it's on a 7,000 year cycle. They know that it's coming. It's going to get close enough where we can see it from Earth in November of 2025. They can start saying that. And then when it happens, they can look like, oh, God. And then they can put all this fear around it like, it's an alien invasion, or is it not look, so there's a few prevailing theories. So if you're into it's just a comet. There's nothing to see here.
Right.
It comes on every 7,000 year cycles. The elites are aware of this. They're using it as a system of control. That's kind of the one I'm leaning to. It's got hostile aliens on it that are coming to kill everybody because we've been fucked up and they're tired of us being fucked up. So they're coming to kill. Now, how they would get all this inside baseball with the aliens, I don't know. Same way.
Because they're already here.
Same way. Yeah, that's true. No, that's true for sure. And then,
even Russia has spies here, and we have spies in Russia, so aliens would have spies.
Then
here.
there's another theory that the alien enthusiasts have that they're coming to collect the star seeds, right?
Oh,
so they're coming. For those of us that
I've never broken a bone, so come get me.
Those of us that are in the know, or that are star seeds, or that believe, or that our minds or we're not. It's not that. Well, you're probably a star seed. I'm a star seed. Like, we don't believe everything. We're open to what's happening. We like watching the movie.
Yeah.
We understand there's things greater than us. We understand that there are people in control. We understand that
I'm not even scared of death.
Not at all. Not even a little. So we understand. You understand you're in a simulation.
Yeah.
We understand that we're playing a part.
I understand everything's a hologram.
It's a hologram,
simulation.
right? So people like that, that's star seeds, right? And those are people that are enlightened, and maybe we get.
Doesn't that sound nice?
So they're coming to get us, and we're going to get to ascend to 5D.
Oh, to 5D, let's do it.
Right. So we'll, and then we'll really get to be like, keys to the universe unlocked. We get everlasting freedom. Then there's the fifth theory of rapture, obviously, right? And they're just coming to get the 144,000 best Christians. So those are 5 theories going around. About AI Atlas. Which one do you, or do you want to add a 6th one to it? I mean, I think I can kind of make sense of.
Let me add one.
You can make an argument for all.
I'm gonna make an argument like you said, like the Illuminati thing, where it's like they have the knowledge and stuff, because in those Illuminati cards they've done everything, and then the next one is the alien invasion, so they use it to say it's a ship, and then the next thing they know, we got these alien invasion things going on.
Obviously, that's the 6th one, the Project Bluebeam. We all know about that. Like, okay. That's the last tool. When everything else doesn't work, or you've done everything you can do to manipulate humanity, and too many people are waking up, the veil is lifted from too many people, you bring out the final card, which is an alien invasion. They started it with the drones back last summer, spring and summer, and then Trump was gaining too much momentum. They knew Trump would shine a spotlight on it, so all that just went away.
Yep.
Boom. It was like the drones just disappeared. Now we found out what that was. That was a government program, right?
Government program. Yeah.
That's been verified. That it was a government program.
Donald Trump said it was.
But Biden and Trump's people, but Biden never would say anything. So that was I thought that was the first
start. That was the first step.
I thought then, although it was super cool,
see how people react.
I was really into it, and I saw some crazy shit. And I showed you. I mean, I had that one video that was really wild, right?
Yeah.
Saw some cool shit, but I felt like it was still, no matter what I'm seeing, I was like, this still feels like a government psyop.
It still feels like a psyop to me, yeah.
Yeah. And 3-Eye Atlas could look, what would be the ultimate psyop? To have something is legitimate that actually happens. Just like okay, so when everybody didn't know about Halley's Comet except the people in the know, right? But there were people in the know that knew, like, it's coming every 70-something years.
Well, you got to remember.
They used that information to manipulate people to think they were all knowing.
Right.
Just like Columbus did that with an eclipse.
With an eclipse,
You know about that,
talking
right?
to the microphone.
Yeah, you
'cause
know
I have
about
it on
if
a-
y'all don't know, like Columbus manipulated the Native Americans by acting like he would, if they didn't give him everything,
He was an eclipse.
he was going to do an eclipse because he knew an eclipse was coming, and when it came, they're like, "Holy shit!
Yeah, like this guy.
This guy moved the sun. What
Yeah.
the fuck?"
Because they have all that knowledge because back in the day, all they had to look at were the stars. That was it. That's what everybody. That was the television.
the
It was that was the entertainment. Yeah, I mean, it was so much entertainment that they drew pictures out of the stars and drew them on cave walls and knew when the stuff was to put this thing on a cave wall. It's like what they did. That was TV, and there was no light interference or nothing. The sky was just ripped open, and the Milky Way was there, and
we're
all
still
that.
fascinated with it.
Yeah, but you can't
'Cause-
see it as much, and not a lot of people look up at it anymore.
Oh yeah. People, not a lot of people look up. Not a lot of people ask questions. I think there's still. I bet you there. I bet I'd say 1 out of 2 people. Man, I bet half the people aren't even aware of what 3i Atlas is right now. Maybe more than that.
Maybe more.
You think?
I walked out of the gym the other night, and my phone went off, and it goes off when it tells me I can see the International Space Station going over, and it was over here at the shopping center, And I walk out, and then one of my friends was in there, and I was like, "Hey, come here," and he come outside. I was like, "Look, that's the International Space Station," and he was like, "Oh, cool. So what are you doing later?" I was like, "Dude, look." That thing is the International Space Station. It's like 250 miles up. It's doing 17,500 miles an hour. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm working in Monroe now." I'm just like, nobody cares. Like, and I think that's wild to me that you can look up and see that thing.
Is it
flying
there? Is
through.
it even there though? I don't even
Is
know.
it? Well, I'm just gonna. This is the one thing. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that it's there. Maybe it's
there.
not, but I like to
Maybe
pretend it is.
I
there.
believe it's there. 250 miles up. That's not that high up.
Yeah, it's not that high up. I believe that thing is whizzing around at 250 miles an hour. I mean, 250 miles up.
Now I don't know what all the videos with
I mean, it
straps
might-
and they're in a pool. And
It might not be. There might not be anybody in it. It's
Yeah,
probably
right.
just a satellite. And then they like make those fake videos where they're all falling over and dropping things, and there's no gravity, and they're like acting like they're going, like they're acting like they're doing. They obviously have cables
And
on
then
them
Elon
that you can
Musk,
see.
that quote, I can't ever stop thinking about that Elon Musk quote when he was like, I mean, it looks so fake, it has to be real.
Right.
I'm like, that's outrageous, dude.
Outrageous.
Like, what do you mean?
Stop.
Yeah, stop it. Stop it.
Dude. Don't.
Yeah.
You're bad at it. First of all, you're bad at that. Don't do it. Like,
Yeah.
don't gaslight me. Like a double gaslight.
I think
Don't
'cause
do
it's-
that to
I
me,
think 'cause
please.
it's so fake looking, it must be real. Look, just like everything at certain levels, it's just so much. Like, I don't pretend to know it all because I don't. Right? Like,
Yeah.
we don't know.
Well,
There's
this
just
is the
so
Know
much we
Nothings
don't know.
podcast.
I want to see. That's the point of this podcast, is to talk out our ideas and to and we change our minds sometimes.
Yeah.
And we come to new conclusions and different conclusions. But like, I want to know what 3i Atlas is. I'm interested. It's interesting as hell because look, it's doing all these things that no scientist can explain, no astrophysicist can explain. No one can. The smartest people we know on this subject can't explain it, and it's set to be here in what, 53 days?
Yeah, I don't know why we can't get something up there to it, but I guess we just can't make things happen that fast. But it appeared
How would you
to
get it? How would you get it up there to it?
shoot something at it.
Well, we have. They say we have like. Don't we have a
Not like a bomb, like a probe that
Don't
would
we have a
take great
camera by
pictures.
Mars though? And we just got.
We did.
And we just.
And we got pictures
Can
of
you
it.
pull the picture up of the picture of AI Atlas from? Picture of AI.
We're gonna Google this one.
See what that picture looks like. AI Atlas from Mars.
We'll Google this.
But no one's getting a good image. Everything just looks like a little tic tac.
Everything. That's why I almost believe everything's fake because you can't even. We got the millions and millions of dollars worth of billions,
And all you can see is a tic tac.
and all you can and like all you see is this little tiny thing.
Yeah, I want to see.
Why
like,
can't they take?
I want to see like a guy walking into a building on it. That's
I
what
want to
wanna
see the. Here's what I want to see. I want to see him point one of these badass telescopes at the moon and show me the lander. Show it to
You
me.
can't
Why?
because it didn't happen, bro. That didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
we've
That's what I'm saying.
We've established this. Like,
What do you want me
I'll
how
die.
do I Google it? What do you want
I
me
would
to Google?
Google 3i Atlas picture from near Mars.
From the Mars rover.
Yeah.
From Mars. We'll just put that. Okay.
Nothing.
Nothing.
A
Look.
goddamn tic tac again.
Look. This. It doesn't even give you any real pictures. Look. This isn't a real picture.
No,
That's a way overexposed picture. This isn't even a real picture. Are we looking? Okay, let's put it on here. This isn't even a real picture. What is this? Give me a picture.
Bro, if
these cameras right here take wonderful pictures.
They're not.
They have huge.
I think maybe I'm here. I think maybe I'm like, you know what?
It's fake.
It's fake.
It's fake.
What?
Look, you Google.
Now-
look at this.
now
Look at this
this ends
fake ass
all debate.
picture. I mean, I know. Okay, this is a real picture we got from Mars. This is the Mars. It is a lie. A lie. It looks like he dropped the camera in a parking lot.
Here's what I think they're gonna end up. Here's what I think. Now look, we can always go back and we can
This is
watch,
ridiculous.
You can go back and watch the Know Nothings episode 76, and we'll see if I'm accurate or not.
Stay in front of the
to put-
microphone. It cuts out.
I like to put myself. I like to put myself on the record. I think they're going to have all this build up to it. It's going to get more and more build up. Like, oh my God, this is happening. That's happening. This is happening. And people, where you get everybody in a frenzy on the internet. Everybody's on TikTok and Facebook talking about it. There's pictures of it, and it gets. And then the narratives, and then eventually it's going to get where we can see it from Earth.
Right.
Then it's going to disappear. They're going to say, "Oh, it's getting so close to Earth. It's so close to Earth. We can now see it. Oh my!" And there's going to people like thinking there's an alien invasion. We're all about to die. The world's going to end. Then it's just going to kind of go the other way, drift out of sight. They're going to say it really did get close to Earth. And when you look it up, that's going to mean like 72 million miles.
72 million miles away. Yeah.
You could be like, and they'll be like, we had it, and they're going to call it. They're going to call it a near Earth collision.
A near Earth collision.
That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. What do you think? Man, it's all bullshit.
I think they'll just want us to forget about it if they're not going to do something crazy with it.
Or they know if when it leaves,
Nothing to see here, folks.
when it
Just
leaves
an
and it
old
can't get
comment.
to Earth, do they bring in their fake ship at that point? And do they go all in? Would Trump be on board with it? You think? Is Trump
Yeah.
part of the deception?
Yeah,
He's on
he
the-
is.
He's on the deception team.
I believe you don't get to be president unless you're on part of that team.
So
Democrat, Republican,
'cause there-
Elon, and people that come to me and tell me that I think Elon Musk's a good guy. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I love Elon stuff.
Yeah.
But there's no way that the
Hard to
people
be-
that they call the richest man in the world is one of the good guys. He makes things that are going to take over and leave us like there's not even going to be people because of him. You've got the robots, you've got the autonomous trucks, you've got the cars, the autonomous cars, the electric cars. Then you have the brain implant thing that he does
But his
that
vision,
hooks us
but
up
this
to
all
all
makes
this
things
stuff.
better, right?
Not necessarily.
But what if it does?
But what I'm saying is like all of this will be better, but what all of that stuff is also the stuff that would completely take control of humankind. It's like Dr. Evil.
Oh yeah.
So like you don't tell me that you're going to be like, "Oh, give me a brain implant so I can text my dad all day long without having to pick up a phone." You're going to get something in there. But that's the first thing. The next thing's just going to be something that goes around your ear. You won't have to go get you won't have to take surgery and get iodes put on your brain so you can do that. And it always comes at like, "Oh, we're helping people that can't walk or whatever." But Elon, the people that say, "Oh, I think Elon's one of the good guys." Well, sure, he's probably good and bad are also
He's a
just
better
constructs.
billionaire. That's what I
They're
say. He's
better
a better
con-
billionaire. You can't be a billionaire without being morally bankrupt to a point. Like really,
So, yeah.
a billionaire. It's
Yeah,
hard.
a billionaire. That's very hard.
It's very hard to get.
Okay, 3i. Okay, look. Okay, well, I looked up 3i Atlas. Okay, so will not come close to Earth and poses no threat with its closest approach around December 19th at a distance of 270 million kilometers, which is 170 million miles. So it's way out there. Way out there.
So what they're saying, that's as close as it'll come.
Yep, to Earth.
Is 272 kilometers, which is what
170 million miles.
So 170 million miles.
That's just shooting like Mars between just on this side of Mars.
That is so not close at all.
It's not close. It's Mars. Like it's going by Mars. That's the closest spot it'll get to.
But
us right here.
where is the crowd getting it that it's a city and that it's coming to get us? And where is that? It's just nonsense.
It's not even coming near us. It's not unless it makes a beeline and points right at us. Show me that video, and that's when I'll crap my pants.
Well, it should come close enough to where we can see it if they're going to make a big deal about it. Why would they be trumping it? If it's 170 million miles away, why would everybody be talking about it so much? Which that's what I saw that too.
Because it's an interstellar thing. It's come from out of our solar system. That's a big deal. That doesn't happen. It's only happened 3 times, and it's
That we-
happened in
that we-
our lifetime,
that we-
which is wild too. If you think about on a long enough timeline that people have been around and can see these things, we know of 3 of them, and all 3 of them have happened in the last 15 years. No, when 2015? 10 years.
10 years.
3 of them.
That's maybe so. It's maybe it's
That's
been-
the ones that we've
maybe
seen.
In 10 years, we've had the technology to see this stuff. I don't even, Mike. To be honest, we don't even know. Like we don't even know if any of this is true.
We don't even know if it's an interstellar object.
We have no idea.
We just listen to these people and be like, oh, it's an interstellar object, and it's going to be 170 million miles away from Earth.
Whatever they tell us, we have to go with, right? Because we don't have any.
We don't have anything.
We don't
to
have
say.
the technology. We don't have access to know. We don't like. So he's saying ignore the nonsense, which is what I'm
Yeah.
like, do not freak out about whatever it is. There ain't no goddamn. If it is an alien invasion, that'd be cool. I mean, I want to see.
It is not visible from Earth right now, but it will become visible in December 2025. So you will be able to see it.
That's when shit will get real. That's when the panic will. Hey, look, when we can see it, Mike, and you can see it every night, that's when panic's going to reach.
Right.
level
Well,
of it.
it says while professional telescopes can see it, it is too small and far away to be seen with the naked eye or binoculars. So you got to have a pretty big telescope to see it.
Well, obviously, it's 120 million miles
170.
away. 170. That's why is that called close? It's not close.
It's not close.
Even the vastness of space, I understand, which I don't understand infinity, but I mean, I understand what it is, but it's hard to get your head around it, right? Never ending.
Never ending. That's hard to get your head around.
It's hard to get your head around a billion or a trillion.
It is. You have to like say it out loud. You have to go 100,000, 200,000, 300,000.
Well, when you recognize like the difference between
$999,000 and $1 million. And $1 million, $2 million, 55 million, 100 million, 500 million,
501, 500.
750 million, 900 million, 999 million, a billion. That's a lot of millions.
Yeah, like the difference between a millionaire and a billionaire is essentially a billion.
Is a billion.
That's a. So think of when you start talking, but still, even so, they tell us that I think so they can convince us that 21 million miles is close.
No, I don't think they're convincing anybody that that's close.
That's the whole thing with 3i Atlas. It's getting so close to Earth. Close to Earth.
Oh, I just know that it's not.
It's not even
Like that doesn't even bother. Like that's what I'm saying. I'll see like TikToks and they'll be like 3i Atlas today, and it's just bullshit. Like there'll be somebody just trying to get clicks.
Yeah, like it has a city on. The people saying it has a city on it.
Yeah, he's like they just saw a city on 3i Atlas. She's like, shut the fuck up.
Well, just so you remember, 4 months ago when this first
just
started,
go for the
when
comments.
when they first started talking about it, they were saying it's moving towards Earth and it's moving angrily, and I was like, how does an interstellar object move angrily towards Earth from 1 billion miles away? It's 1 billion miles away, and you're telling me you can see that it's angry.
It's angry.
Yeah,
It's got a mean look on its face, Ray.
Yeah.
It's got a mean look. It's like, you know how like a rock can look mean at
dude.
you, and it's coming right at
that's
you.
what it's really up to something. It's aggressive. I've even heard that term. It's aggressive.
Well, it is aggressively fast. I do know that. Like,
150,000
even if that's true, like they say it's very fast, faster than any.
Even that to go 21 million miles. If it pointed straight at Earth and was flying right at us, to go 21 million miles, it would take approximately 9 hours to go 1 million. So it would take what? 3 hours to go 3 million. So you'd take 21. It'd take 21, 22 hours if it pointed at us. It came full speed, angry. That's a long time.
It is.
At that speed. I don't know. It's interesting. It's fun. It's a fun movie.
It's fun because like we're good. Like when it gets to that point in December,
Oh, the shit's gonna get.
that'll be even more fun.
It's gonna get wild on the internet.
All right. Well, we'll keep you updated. I guess.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe it turns and charts a path.
Yeah. Maybe. All
Awesome.
right.
See
See
you.
you next time.